As Trump pushes peace talks in public, US spy agency has quietly been helping Ukraine hit Russia's vital oil lifeline behind the scenes. CIA secretly trained Ukraine to strike Russia's oil refineries, according to US officials who spoke to The Telegraph about the covert campaign. The agency identified critical components inside those refineries that, if destroyed, could halt fuel output for weeks at a time. US officials said the strikes were designed to hit what they called Vladimir Putin's economic Achilles heel, according to The Telegraph. The campaign reportedly reduced Russian oil refining capacity by up to 1/5 on certain days, disrupting domestic supplies and exports. US intelligence estimated that the financial losses to Moscow reached around $75 million per day at the height of the strikes. Interestingly, CIA support continued even as Washington was publicly pulling back military aid to Ukraine under Trump's administration. Since June, the CIA provided Ukraine with detailed intelligence to improve and intensify strikes on Russian refinery infrastructure. Remember, Donald Trump froze military aid in March after pressure from Ukraine skeptics within his political camp. During this period, intelligence sharing with Ukraine was suspended, according to US officials familiar with the internal decisions. However, New York Times reported that the CIA lobbied hard inside the US government to keep at least some intelligence flowing. The CIA's push came as Trump grew increasingly frustrated with Putin's refusal to engage seriously in negotiations. Remember, the US had long shared warning data with Kiev on missiles, drones, and other military targets before this shift. Earlier Ukrainian strikes had hit storage sites that Russian engineers were able to repair relatively quickly, officials told The Telegraph. CIA and US military planners then reportedly refocused the attacks exclusively on oil refineries rather than on easily repaired depots. A CIA specialist identified a specific coupler device inside refinery systems that was reportedly very difficult and time-consuming to replace. Hitting this coupler could shut refineries for weeks, sources told The Telegraph, turning each successful strike into a prolonged disruption. After that assessment, Ukrainian drone strikes shifted from fuel depots to these critical, hard-to-replace nodes deep inside refinery complexes. Officials told The Telegraph that Trump privately praised the refinery strikes for giving him additional leverage over Putin in talks. The covert American role also offered deniability as peace negotiations stalled, according to sources who spoke to the same outlet. Washington's involvement in the refinery attacks was first reported in October, but the CIA's lead role was not publicly known at the time. The CIA also helped Ukraine target Russia's sanction-busting shadow fleet that carries oil outside formal trade channels. Kiev used long-range naval drones to damage oil carriers in late November, opening a new front against Russian energy exports. The aim was reportedly to cut off Russia's biggest cash pipeline and boost Kiev's bargaining power at any future negotiating table. US and Ukrainian officials say the CIA was authorized to back these sea operations, according to The Telegraph. The assistance included intelligence support despite the clear risk of further enraging the Kremlin and provoking retaliation.